Hey guys, Vinny here on this beautiful spring day. Canada wood nettle. So these, like all nettles, have some pretty sharp stings on them, and you can see them here on the underside of the leaf as well as on the stem. I don't have my nettle gloves with me, and I don't have a bag, so I will not be picking these, but as you can see, someone has been eating them, whether it's a bug or there's a spider on this part over here, so he's going to help keep it bug-free, maybe till next time when I can get some. But go out and see, and remember your nettle gloves, because you never know when you're going to be surprised. Here with it that has been made completely naked by these gypsy moth caterpillars, and you can see their little tents on here, and that this tree has been completely stripped of leaves, which is not great. Some of the neighboring ones as well. Unfortunately, they're not eating the Japanese knotweed, probably because it's not a tree. But if you see them and you can reach them, these are too high up for me to get from where we're standing in the middle of this river on these very precarious boulders. You can get close enough to them. Remember to puncture them with a knife or a stick, because it makes it so that the birds can get them and the caterpillars can then dry out and be eaten. And it gives the trees a fighting chance. I'm really excited to be sharing that I found another mayapple colony. It's not as old as the other one that I'm working with, but it's in really good shape. They look great. You can already see some of the fruits beginning to form. There's a little baby one right there, and there are a few more over there. We are just past mayapple flowering season. These won't be ready. Oh, there's another one over there. Oh, and there's a bigger one over there. For several more months. I think last year I picked them in July, or maybe it was the first week of August. But as you know, this is one of my favorite plants. This is the mayapple, or American mandrake, whose medicine is very strong, and it's great to see them in a new location. To find when you're out in the woods is the spice bush, and that's because these leaves are a nice insect repellent. And I didn't wear long pants today because we're down by the river, and long pants get wet easily, but your legs dry much faster. So if you rub these leaves on you, you won't get the insect bites. Bush, as I said, and you know it's a spice bush because it smells a little lemony but also a little sweet. And there isn't another plant that I've ever found or heard of that grows in Connecticut that smells quite like this. Lovely. And it's good insect repellent. So I think I finally found what I was looking for. Which are some reishi mushrooms. Can you see them yet? Now? I think. We gotta get over there and actually look now. And as you can see, the ravine is kind of steep and the river's in the way. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do that yet, but we'll be there. Here are some little baby reishis. Here's one. Here's another. And there's another. Hello, babies. So what I'm about to show you is one of the 2 reasons here today. So this is a native species of orchid, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. The last time I was here, this whole place was covered in them, but I think as I see some, here's one that's a little spent, that I may be a little late this year. But I did find my pretty lady slipper, and so happy spring and a happy year. Aren't they just gorgeous? You know, this is the only place I've ever found them in the wild. And it's nice to see that they're still here and pretty numerous. I'm glad I came over to this side of the riverbank because I didn't see any of these before. We made it to the reishi! And they're nice and fresh, and they're really gorgeous, and they're huge. Look at them. So I've just picked one, and you can see the bottom is nice and fresh and white, and these little brown smudges are where my finger was. And so I'm going to collect some of these for medicine, because I think all of them are probably a little too old at this point for food. But I'm very happy. This is a lot of reishi, and it will keep me stocked up for quite some time. It grows on hemlock, and you may be able to recognize the tree by its bark, but the needles for hemlock are a little bit easier. They're the smallest of the native conifer here, and you can see they kind of point away from the stem. They don't really droop, but they go down just a little bit, and you will only find the reishi on these. You can tell these are reishi even though they're still young, because of the varnished appearance of the stem, and this beautiful sort of ombre color that comes up is characteristic of the reishi as well. They also have a very pleasant smell, like a really nice fresh picked mushroom, a little woodsy, a little earthy, a little piney. I happen to love this smell very much, and this is a smell that many mushrooms have, especially the edible ones. Although this particular smell is not a characteristic of edibility alone. Here's another really fun plant. This is the squaw berry, the two-eyed berry, the partridge berry. It's got a lot of different names, but if you look at the berry itself, you'll see these 2 eyes, which I think is the best way to identify it. This is a berry formed from 2 flowers that meet together, and then they produce a single berry. And a little trail nibble. And they have a really nice, mild, minty, wintergreen kind of taste. That makes an excellent little trail snack. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe.